Look at yourself. Right now. Where are you sitting? What is the expression on your face? What is the state of the room around you? And more importantly, what is the state of your mind? You clicked on this title for a reason. You felt a pull. And that pull wasn't curiosity. It was recognition. You felt that sting because you know on some level that the dissatisfaction you feel, the restlessness, the quiet frustration that follows you like a shadow, it isn't because you have a bad life. It's because you have a weak self. We love to dress it up. We love to blame the job, the economy, the partner, the government, the traffic, the weather. We create elaborate stories in our heads to explain why we feel so damn heavy all the time. We say we're tired. We say we're stressed. We say we need a break. We say the world is just too hard now. But that is a lie you tell yourself to protect your ego. The truth is far more brutal and far more liberating. The truth is, you don't hate your life. You hate your weakness. You hate that you are not strong enough to handle the life you have. And you are terrified you are not strong enough to build the life you want. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Was it when you were comfortable? Was it when you were scrolling through your phone, numb and passive? No. It was when you were tested. It was when you were pushed to your absolute limit, and you pushed back. It was when you were in the fight. The human animal is not designed for perpetual peace. We are designed for the struggle. We are designed to overcome. And when you remove the struggle, you don't get peace. You get rot. You get weakness. You get a quiet, creeping self-loathing that you can't quite name. That is what you are feeling. You are feeling the sickness of unused power. You are walking around with a sword that you refuse to draw. And then you wonder why you feel so useless. You have potential, but potential without action is just a weight. It drags you down. It haunts you. It whispers to you in the middle of the night, reminding you of who you could have been. That voice isn't your enemy. That voice is your will to power, screaming to be let out of the cage you built for it. You built that cage out of fear, out of comfort, out of the opinions of others. And now you sit inside it, complaining that the bars are too tight. Stop complaining. No one is coming to save you. No motivational speech, no mentor, no lucky break is going to lift the weights for you. That is the first truth you must swallow. It is a bitter pill, but it is the only medicine that works. You are alone in this. You are the only one who can do the work. And the work is simple, though it is not easy. The work is to turn your hatred of your weakness into the fuel for your strength. Every moment of frustration you feel, every pang of envy you feel when you see someone who has what you want, every ounce of shame you feel when you look in the mirror, that is fuel. You have been wasting it. You have been burning that fuel on self-pity. You have been burning it on anger at other people. You have been burning it on distractions. You take that high-octane fuel of your discontent and you just let it evaporate into the air. Or worse, you let it burn you up from the inside. You need to channel it. You need to put that fire in your belly and use it to forge steel. You want to know what strength looks like? It doesn't look like a guy who can bench press 400 pounds. That's one form of strength, sure. But real strength, the kind of strength that ends the hatred of your life, looks like doing the thing you said you were going to do. It looks like getting out of bed at 5 a.m. when it's dark and cold and your bed is warm and your mind is screaming at you to rest. It looks like saying no to the dessert. It looks like having the difficult conversation you have been avoiding for months. It looks like walking away from the person who is draining your soul. It looks like staring at a blank page until your eyes bleed and writing one sentence and then another. It looks like going to the gym after a 10-hour workday when your body feels like it's made of lead. It looks like apologizing when you are wrong. It looks like standing your ground when you are right, even when you stand alone. That is strength. And the absence of that strength is what you hate. You hate that you can't control yourself. You hate that you are a slave to your impulses. You hate that you traded your future for a moment of comfort, again. You hate that you let fear make the decision, again. You hate that you are soft, and you should hate it. That hatred is not a bad thing. It is a signal. It is a compass. It is pointing you directly at the thing you need to fix. The question is, are you going to listen to the compass, or are you going to smash it because you don't like where it's pointing? Most people smash it. Most people, when they feel that hatred, they immediately try to soothe it. They open the phone. They open the fridge. They open a bottle. They call a friend to complain. They do anything to make the feeling go away. They don't understand that the feeling is a gift. The feeling of dissatisfaction is the pain of a soul that is meant for more, being forced to settle for less. If you don't feel it, you are either enlightened or you are dead inside. So, if you feel it, good. Now, what are you going to do about it? The answer is simple. You are going to get to work, and you are going to stay at work. And you are not going to stop until the thing you hate about yourself is gone. This isn't a 30-day challenge. This isn't a New Year's resolution. This is a complete and total reorientation of your existence. You are no longer here to be happy. You are here to be strong. You are here to be capable. You are here to be formidable. Happiness is a byproduct. It's the smoke from the fire of your effort. If you chase the smoke, you'll never find it. If you build the fire, the smoke will come. So, let's talk about the fire. Let's talk about the work. Let's talk about what it actually takes to transform your hatred into strength. Because it's not magic. It's a process. It's a war. The first battle is with your mind. Your mind is a traitor. It is hardwired for comfort and survival, not for greatness. Its job is to keep you safe. And to your mind, safety means no risk, no change, no effort. Your mind will lie to you constantly. It will tell you that you are too tired. It will tell you that you can do it tomorrow. It will tell you that you deserve a break. It will tell you that your situation is special, that the rules don't apply to you. It will create a million reasons why you should stay exactly where you are. You must learn to recognize these thoughts for what they are. Enemy propaganda. You cannot negotiate with this voice. You cannot reason with it. You cannot talk it into letting you succeed. You have to act. You have to move before your mind has a chance to stop you. When the alarm goes off, and that voice starts its little speech about how you didn't sleep well, or how you can just work out later, you have to physically throw the covers off and stand up. You have to cut the conversation off mid-sentence. You have to become a tyrant to your own brain. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears the thoughts, and the one who hears the thoughts is the one who must give the orders. And the orders are simple. Shut up and move. This is discipline. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is not a trait. It is a skill you build, one rep at a time. Every time you override a weak thought with a strong action, You are building a muscle. You are forging a new neural pathway. You are telling the universe and yourself that you are in charge. The first few times, it feels like hell. It feels violent. It feels wrong. That's because your old self is dying, and anything that is dying fights back. It screams. It throws tantrums. It tries to guilt you into going back to the way things were. You have to let it die. You have to be willing to kill the part of you that is weak. You have to look that weak self in the eye and say, I don't need you anymore. And you have to do this every single day. Not once. Not for a week. Every day. The discipline you show on Monday is not a deposit you can withdraw from on Tuesday. There is no bank of willpower. There is only the present moment. In this moment, you either choose strength or you choose weakness. That's it. The choice is binary, and the accumulation of those binary choices, made thousands of times, is what forms a life. Look at your life right now. Look at the sum total of your choices. Are you proud of the math? If not, you have to start making different choices. You have to start choosing the hard thing. This is the path. There is no other path. Now let's talk about what happens when you start choosing the hard thing. The world will test you. It will test you immediately. It will put obstacles in your path just to see if you're serious. You will have a bad day at work, and then you will come home and your kid will be sick, and the car will break down, and you will get an unexpected bill. And your old self, the weak self, will look at all of this and say, see? I told you. This is why you shouldn't try. This is why you should just give up. Life is too hard. It's not meant to be. And this is the moment that separates the talkers from the doers. This is the moment where you prove what you're made of. You don't get to be strong when things are easy. Strength is only revealed in the presence of resistance. The weight on the bar is what builds the muscle. The struggle is the teacher. The obstacle is the way. Every single problem that shows up in your life is not a punishment. It is a training module. It is a specific, customized challenge designed to strengthen a specific weakness you have. You hate that you're broke? Great. The problem of not having enough money is your training module. It's there to teach you discipline, resourcefulness, creativity, and the value of hard work. It's there to force you to learn new skills, to work longer hours, to start that side hustle you've been dreaming about. The pain of the empty wallet is the fire that will forge you into a person who can create wealth. You hate that you're out of shape? Great. The struggle of the workout, the soreness, the hunger, the discipline of the diet, that is your training. It's there to teach you about consistency, about delayed gratification, about respecting your body. The pain of the burn is the fire that will forge you into a person who is strong and healthy. You hate that you're lonely? Great. The pain of isolation is your training. It's there to force you to become someone worth knowing. It's there to teach you to be comfortable in your own skin, to develop social skills, to have the courage to put yourself out there and risk rejection. The pain of loneliness is the fire that will forge you into a person who can attract and maintain deep, meaningful relationships. Do you see it? The problem is the solution. The pain is the path. You have been trying to avoid the pain, to numb it, to escape it. But the pain is the only thing that can save you. You need to turn and face it. You need to run towards it. You need to embrace it like a long-lost friend. Because on the other side of that pain is the person you are supposed to be. This is the philosophy of the Stoic warrior. This is the philosophy that built empires. It is the understanding that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And your response to every single event in your life should be the same. How can this make me stronger? How can this make me better? You get fired? How can this make me stronger? You get cheated on? How can this make me stronger? You get injured? How can this make me stronger? You take the event, no matter how bad it is, and you extract the lesson, the strength, the power from it. You refuse to be a victim. You refuse to see yourself as a passive recipient of life's cruelty. You are an active agent. You are an alchemist. You turn lead into gold. You turn pain into power. And this brings us to the subject of fear. Fear is the primary weapon your weakness uses to keep you enslaved. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what people will think, fear of looking stupid, fear of getting hurt, fear of being alone, fear of not being good enough. Fear is a liar. It tells you that the danger is out there, but the real danger is in here, in your own hesitation. The thing you are most afraid to do is usually the very thing you need to do. The conversation you are afraid to have is the conversation you need to have. The business you are afraid to start is the business you need to start. The gym you are afraid to walk into is the gym you need to walk into. The apology you are afraid to make is the apology you need to make. Fear is a compass pointing directly at your weakness. It is a giant, flashing neon sign that says, "Grow here." So, how do you deal with fear? You don't wait for it to go away. It won't. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. You have to walk into the fire with your knees shaking. You have to make the call with your heart pounding. You have to step on the stage with your voice cracking. You do it scared. You do it trembling. But you do it. And when you do it, something magical happens. The fear shrinks. It loses its power over you. It realizes that you are no longer its puppet. And you realize that you are bigger than your fear. Every time you do the thing you are afraid of, you gain a piece of yourself back. You become more whole. You become more real. And you must understand that this process never ends. There is no finish line where you are finally strong enough and you can relax. The moment you relax, you start to weaken. Strength is not a destination. It is a maintenance program. It is a lifestyle. The strong man still has to lift weights. The disciplined writer still has to sit down and write every day. The successful entrepreneur still has to make hard decisions. The challenges change. The weights get heavier. But the fight never ends. Some people find this thought depressing. They want a retirement from effort. They want a happily ever after where they just get to sit on a beach and do nothing. That is a fantasy. And if you ever achieved it, you would be miserable within a month. Because you are not designed for the beach. You are designed for the fight. The happiest, most fulfilled people on earth are not the ones with the most comfort. They are the ones with the most purpose. They are the ones who are engaged in a struggle that matters to them. They are the ones who are waking up every day to face a challenge that tests them and forces them to grow. So, you need to find your struggle. You need to find the thing that is hard for you, the thing that makes you weak, and you need to make that your life's work. Maybe it's your physical health. Maybe it's your financial independence. Maybe it's your relationship with your family. Maybe it's a creative project you've been putting off for 10 years. Pick one. Pick the one that haunts you the most. The one that, if you solved it, would make the biggest difference in how you feel about yourself. And then declare war on it. You don't dabble in this. You don't do it when you feel like. You make it your mission. You structure your entire day around it. You wake up, and the first thing you do is take a step towards that goal. You don't check your phone. You don't read the news. You don't wait for inspiration. You just move. You put one foot in front of the other. You build momentum. And you keep moving until the momentum carries you. You will have days when you don't want to. You will have days when you question everything. You will have days when you want to quit. On those days, you go back to the title of this speech. You remember that you don't hate your life. You hate your weakness. And the feeling of quitting, the feeling of giving up, the feeling of taking the easy road, that is the ultimate weakness. That feeling will make you hate yourself more than anything else. So, you don't do it. You refuse. You make a decision right now that you are not a quitter. You are not someone who walks away when things get hard. You are someone who finishes what they start. You are someone who sees it through. You are someone who can be counted on, most of all by yourself, because that is the most important relationship you will ever have. The relationship with yourself. When you look in the mirror, you need to see someone you respect. You need to see someone who keeps their promises. You need to see someone who is strong enough to handle whatever life throws at them. If you don't respect the person in the mirror, you will never be happy. You can fill your life with money, with lovers, with toys, with accolades, and it will all feel like ashes in your mouth if you don't respect the person who earned them. The only way to earn that respect is to do hard things. It is to prove to yourself over and over again that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are not weak. So stop waiting, stop planning, stop getting ready. The time for getting ready is over. The time for being ready is now. You will never feel ready. You will never have all the information. You will never have the perfect conditions. The perfect conditions are a myth designed to keep you stuck. The conditions are always imperfect. The timing is always bad. The market is always uncertain. There is always a reason to wait. Ignore all of them. Start now. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Do you have a body? Then you can start by moving it. Do you have a mind? Then you can start by feeding it something challenging. Do you have 24 hours in a day? Then you have the same amount of time as everyone else who has ever achieved anything great. You have everything you need to begin. You don't need more resources. You need more resolve. And this resolve must be absolute. It must be a fire that burns in your gut and never goes out. It must be stronger than any desire for comfort, stronger than any fear of failure, stronger than any opinion anyone else has of you. You must become a force of nature. And a force of nature does not apologize for its existence. It does not ask for permission. It does not explain itself. It simply acts. The wind does not ask if you are ready for it to blow. The rain does not ask if you are ready for it to fall. You must be like that. You must move with such certainty and such power that the world has no choice but to get out of your way or be moved by you. Now, let's talk about the people around you. This is a difficult subject, but it must be addressed. You cannot become strong while surrounded by weakness. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your friends are complainers, if they are passive, if they are satisfied with mediocrity, if they make fun of your ambition, if they try to drag you back down to their level, you have to make a choice. A brutal, painful choice. You have to love them from a distance. You have to leave the room. You have to find new people. This is one of the loneliest and most necessary parts of the journey. When you decide to level up, you will outgrow your old environment. The people you used to drink with will think you're boring. The people you used to complain with will think you're arrogant. They will try to shame you for changing. They will say you think you're better than them. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain. Just keep moving. The right people, the strong people, will find you, or you will find them. But you cannot build a mountain peak while standing in a swamp. You have to get to higher ground. It will be lonely at first. Embrace the loneliness. Use it to work on yourself. A strong tree grows deep roots when it stands alone. When the forest finally grows around you, you will be the oak, and they will be the sapling seeking your shelter. And as you grow, as you get stronger, a strange thing will happen. The things that used to bother you will stop. The petty dramas of the office, the passive-aggressive comments from family, the noise of social media, it will all start to seem small and insignificant. You won't have time for it. You won't have the energy for it. Your energy will be focused on your mission. You will develop a kind of serene indifference to things that don't matter. You will stop reacting and start acting. You will become a source of calm in a chaotic world because you are so deeply rooted in your own purpose. This is freedom, real freedom. Not the freedom to do nothing, but the freedom to be yourself, fully and completely. The freedom to not be jerked around by your emotions or by the opinions of others. The freedom that comes from knowing, deep in your bones, that you can handle it. Whatever it is, you can handle it. Because you have built yourself into someone who can handle it. You have turned your hatred of weakness into an unshakable strength. So, I will leave you with this. This moment, right now, is a crossroads. You have heard the words. You have felt the truth in them. The question is not whether you understand. The question is not whether you agree. The question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to close this video and go back to your old life? Are you going to let the feeling fade and return to the comfortable numbness? Or are you going to take this feeling, this fire, and use it to burn down everything that is weak in you? Are you going to stand up right now and do one thing? Just one thing that moves you towards strength, that proves to yourself that you heard the message. The choice is yours. It has always been yours. You don't hate your life. You hate your weakness. So go and get strong. Get up. Get out. Get after it. The world is waiting for the person you are about to become. Do not keep it waiting. Do not keep yourself waiting any longer. Start now.